Hari Om. Should we not stay in a quiet spiritual place with a spiritual community around for us to engage in an effective practice, spiritual practice, sadhana? Actually, all these external things, situations, etc., shall happen as per our allotted prarabdha karma. The karma according to which our life will happen. So, we need not unduly reflect or worry about should we not go there, should we not be in this particular place, should we not be living around people who are spiritually oriented, should we not stay in a particular place which is very quiet so that our practice will be very effective. So all these things are really unwanted thoughts, because if we have to live in a particular place at a particular point of time, it will happen by itself. Somehow a higher force will move us to that particular place, and then it will happen as if it is so easy. In the same way, if we have to live among a particular group of people, even without our will or volition, it shall happen by itself so easily, so simply, that somehow things will happen in such a way that such a change will happen. So, the teaching of Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi is that our focus should always be on the presence of Bhagavan within. Bhagavan always abides within every one of us in the form of pure being, Aham, I am. So our only focus should be to keep our attention on the presence of Bhagavan, and all other things will happen by itself. Of course, we will take care of our immediate things in life, but not these kind of things for which we need to do elaborate thinking, gathering of information, all those things. So, if we focus on these things, then we will miss our main thing in life for which we have come, which is basically to remain in the presence of Bhagavan. All these things are secondary, where we live, and then what we do, all these things are secondary. So basically, how does it matter where we live, or how does it matter what we do? It does not really matter. Wherever we are, whatever we may be doing, if our attention is always on the presence of Bhagavan, then basically we are fulfilled. This is the single most important thing in life. All other things like living in a particular place which is very quiet, very serene, spiritual place, and then living among a spiritual kind of community, spiritually minded people. So all these things are secondary things. If it is to happen like that way, it will definitely happen. So all these things will be taken care of by Bhagavan. This is the kind of thinking we should have. If we focus just to be remaining in the presence of Bhagavan, then what has to happen? It will be taken care of by Bhagavan. If we are going to keep on reflecting or worrying about these kind of things, secondary things, then we stand to lose the most important thing in life, which is basically to remain in the presence of God. This all of us should keep in mind, and this is very important. And Bhagavan himself has said so many times to the devotees, don't worry about these things, don't give importance to where we live, whether should we go to some other place, should we go and live in Arunachala, Rishikesh, Haridwar, Uttarkashi, Badrinath, should I go and stay in some hills far away from the society, all these kind of things, and should I go and live in this particular, among this particular group of people who are very spiritual, all these kind of ideas are secondary. The most important thing is to remain in the presence of Bhagavan, because it is very easy for us to leave that presence and let our mind wander. This we have to be extremely watchful. We have to be very alert and vigilant. Else, one can slip away from being in the presence of Brahman. This is what we have been doing all along. By default, we are in the presence of Bhagavan, and we are extremely skilled and able to leave that presence of Bhagavan for whatever reasons. So let us take a strong resolve that we shall not leave the presence of Bhagavan for whatever reasons, and the secondary things will be taken care of by Bhagavan. So let us remember, it does not matter where we are, it does not matter what we do. The only thing that matters is to remain in the presence of Bhagavan, the pure being, Aham, I am, Atma, existence consciousness, Satchit, and whatever the other things shall be taken care of by Bhagavan himself. Arunachala Hritspurti Swarupanugrahatmane Namo Bhagavate Drashtre Ramanaya Nirantar. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.